Okay, story time. So, I have some friends that have opened their house to me, and I have repeatedly opened my house to them. And recently, there's been a development where I feel really completely disrespected by them, and I don't know how to bring it up or what to say because, yeah. So let me just dive into it. So I have my friends that have stayed with me. I have let them use my apartment when I wasn't even in town. And 2 times ago that they visited, after they left, one of them messaged me and they said, "Hey, is this your necklace?" And I was like, "Yeah, that necklace was my mom's." And they were like, "Oh, this accidentally ended up in our stuff. Like, we'll bring it back to you next time we're in town." And I was like, "That's understandable. Like, my place, I'm here in my place that I'm moving from now. It's very small. Like, it's easy to get stuff misconstrued." So I was like, "Okay, no worries." So then this next time that they come and visit me, I'm in the process of moving out of this apartment that I let them use repeatedly when I've been out of town. And I mean 4 or 5 times now, maybe even 6 that I've let them stay. And so I'm moving. I know they are in town for like a comedy show. And I come over to I thought they would still be here, but then I got here after they'd already left for the show. So I get to my old apartment to pack up some stuff to take to my new one. And I open the door and I hear someone in my apartment. And I'm like, hello, I don't hear anything. All of a sudden a cat comes around the corner. And I was like, what the fuck is a cat doing in my apartment? And so I kind of play with it and I say hello, and I think I recognize that it's my friend's old ass cat. And then all of a sudden, another cat jumps out from somewhere. And I'm like, what the fuck? So there are 2 cats in my apartment. So you brought 2 cats to my apartment without asking my permission whatsoever. And the last time, so 3 visits ago, when I had them both here at the same time, in my tiny ass little studio apartment, in my home that I just welcomed them to, my friend is like, "Oh my gosh, your house is full of like all these amazing antiques." And I'm like, "Yeah, like these are my great step grandmothers. Some of them are 200 years old. Some of them are totally priceless." Like, and he totally complimented me on them. This is 3 visits ago. So flash forward to this last visit where I walk in on the cats while they're at the comedy show. And there's a litter box and a whole setup. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I was wondering why they told me it was cheaper to drive than it was to take the $15 a bus one way. Because even if it's one way for both of them, that's only 60 euros in total. So how would taking the bus be cheaper than like renting a car and driving? Because you still have to pay for the gas. You have to pay for the parking every day in the city. So it didn't occur to me. I was like, why is it cheaper for you all to drive? Well, it's cheaper because they intended on bringing their cats. And they never once asked me if they could bring their cats. And that was a deliberate. They didn't ask me if they could bring their cats because they fucking knew that I would not give them permission to bring their cats into my house full of antiques. And it just really triggers me and pisses me off and upsets me that they just disregarded me, had no respect for me or my home, or even asked permission before they brought their animals into my home. I mean, they knew that I wasn't allergic because I visited them, I have stayed with them, I think, twice. Isn't that right? Yeah, I've stayed with them twice in their city. But the audacity, and I forgot to add this little detail. So when I discover said cats, I send them a video of me playing with the cats, waiting for them to like own up to, "Oh yeah, we forgot to tell you we're bringing the cats." Nope. They were just did a heart emoji and was all smiling. So then when they got back from the show and either I was here or whatever, one of them admits to me, "Oh yeah, when the cat was on top of your dresser, it must have knocked your mom's necklace off that ended up in our luggage." So your fucking cats are climbing on my fucking dresser with my priceless urns and all my antiques in this place and my furniture. I live on the 7th floor. So I have to vacate everything from this apartment either via the 7th floor with no elevator, 127 stairs, or out the terrace front of the building by crane. I have to get my bed, my armoire, and my couch out. So when I'm going to move said things, what do I notice? The fucking couch has a bunch of scratch marks on the fucking armrest, which makes it, I was planning on selling it to get rid of it because I do not have space for it in my new apartment. And so instead, I had to have it hauled off and now cannot sell it for anything. Like, am I wrong for being upset over this? Like, I'm really fucking pissed because... And so, like, what does that say also about the whole, like, oh, when we were here last time, the cat was on your dresser and jumped and must have knocked the necklace off. Oh, so your 2 cats were here before, too. So you were here at the other time. And the thing is, they knew they'd get away with it the first time because I was out of the country at the time. But this time, when they knew I was in town and knew that it's like, and the one was like, you didn't tell him that we were bringing the cats? He's like, oh, no, I must have slipped my mind. It's like, it didn't fucking slip your mind. You do not bring your fucking animals to somebody's home without permission. You knew that my house is full of antiques, and I'm ever so kindly saving you 200 plus euros a night that you would have spent on a hotel or accommodations, and you disrespect me by bringing your fucking animals into my home? What in the goddamn fuck? And at least you could have asked me. But again, you knew not to ask. You were going to beg forgiveness versus ask permission. And in any other situation, that would be fine. But when you involve animals that you knowingly... I mean, the other time that they were here, it was for like a conference. So you left your animals here. Who knows what and if they broke that they could have just snuck away and threw away while I was out of the country, while I was opening my home to them. And it wasn't even just me opening my home. It meant like me from 5,000, 8,000 miles away, coordinating a key drop off with my lovely friend who lives nearby so that they would have access to my apartment, and then organizing and orchestrating a key return. So I just feel like I have gone over and fucking beyond for my friends who then slap me in the fucking face with this disrespect. And I don't know how to move forward without saying something, but then also like, I don't want people like that in my life. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, if you were going to have so little regard for me and my stuff and disrespect me like that, and not think anything about it, like, I don't want you in my life. Like, I moved away to start over and to get away from negative people and to get away from people who don't respect me and honor me and realize the incredible, badass, loyal, amazing, ferocious person that I am. And when you do shit like you bring your animals to my casa unannounced, without permission, and then they're behaving the way cats do. Cats scratch things. Cats jump on things. They didn't bring a scratch board. You brought your fucking animals into my home where I have my couch and then this material for my bed. Like, I'm just lucky I don't see any scratch marks from my bed. It's probably because I'm moving, so there's shit everywhere. It's probably because, I have this comforter on top. But like, goddamn, like, I can't, with the just total lack of respect for me and the total indignation of this whole fucking situation. Like, I, at this point, have saved you probably anywhere from 1,000 euros to fucking 12 to 1,500 euros on accommodation. I have gone out of my way. My friend, one time he stayed here and he's like, do you have a Viagra? That Viagra's not free. Like, I have given you monetarily so much, and I assumed that you would come to my home and respect it and honor it and treat it right, but you didn't. I don't know in what fucking universe you thought it was okay to bring your fucking animals unannounced to somebody's house, but What the fuck? I mean, maybe I'm allergic. You know what I mean? Maybe I just didn't tell you I'm allergic while I was at your home because it was your home and I felt it would be disrespecting you to like come to your home and then like try and make you regulate your animals. And I even, you know what's really gross? I even gave them a table of mine um when they went home this last trip to like that they're like, are you getting rid of anything? We would love this table. And I was like, oh, I could give you the table. I don't, but it's just like, now that I really have processed the whole situation, I am so upset and I feel so fucking disrespected. And I don't kn- I think I'm taking it extra hard because I have a history. Whoa. I have a history of my family not respecting me, of friends not taking me seriously, of people not disrespecting me. So, and I'm kind of in this negative cloud right now of multiple people in my life not respecting me fully in the way that I want to be respected. So maybe that's it and I'm taking it too hard. But like, I feel really fucking taken advantage of. I feel lied to and I feel completely disrespected. You do not bring your fucking cats to somebody's home unannounced and do it secretly. And I don't even like it doesn't even make any sense to me why they wouldn't. I mean, the one cat needs medicine at least like once or twice a day. So get a cat sitter or have a friend stay there. It's like, y'all don't have any friends in your respective city to have asked? Like, I do know that your cat needs medicine. If your cat needs medicine that badly, maybe you shouldn't travel. But certainly you don't bring your animals. And then what are you doing? You put your fucking old ass cat in a cat carrier and then drove for the 4 or 5 hours that it took you to get here in the car? Because you certainly can't let them like run around the car. They're fucking cats. They're not like dogs. They're not just going to sit there and like listen to you. I mean, I can't even picture like walking me through the whole thing of like, okay, so like you had to have 2 cat carriers, the electric water bowl, and the electric water thing. What if that fucking leaked for some reason and spewed all of my thing and flooded? Like there's no universe that I can think of that it is okay or would have been okay for you to have brought your animals to my house, especially without my permission. And it's so wild to me that you took advantage of me like that. And it's just, it's just not something I feel like I can forgive. I mean, honestly, I'm just so irked. Am I wrong? I mean, am I crazy? A friend of mine recently said, like, you need to stop being so trusting, Kellen. You need to stop being so nice and so trusting. And maybe that's the lesson of this. Like, stop being so welcoming. I mean, my childhood home burned down to the ground. So like we lost like so much. We lost everything in the fire, like just about, you know? I have a few pieces of furniture and a few things, but my entire childhood bedroom's gone, etc. So like I don't hold that much value in possessions, you know what I mean? And I would give you the shirt off my back. But when you shit on me, when you take advantage of me, when you use me, and when you're dishonest with me, I just draw a fucking hard line because I can't comprehend a universe where I would treat somebody like that. I would never bring somebody unannounced. I would never bring pets unannounced. I would never bring animals unannounced. I would never bring children unannounced to my friend's home that is opening their home to me out of the bottom of their fucking heart and out of the kindness of their heart. I would just never do that. So it really is a difficult conundrum for me to wrap my brain around friends who would treat me like that and friends who would disrespect me like that. And I don't even know like how to bring it up because it's like, do I even say anything or do I just, completely cut them off? Like, do I go to their house in their city and just completely shit on it too? In the way that I feel shit on? I mean, I hate being that petty, eye for an eye little child with my mentality, but that's like the effervescent, like Aries, aggro, child, id of me. Like I get an immediate urge to like get revenge when that's not really gonna, solve anything, but it's certainly, they're never staying in my house again, ever, ever, ever. They're never allowed to stay in my house. I mean, ever again. And maybe that's when it gets brought up, like, you know, I feel disrespected by the last time you stayed in my place. So the answer is no. Like, you took advantage of a situation. You lied about your animals. You weren't honest about it. You didn't ask my permission. They destroyed my couch. They knocked things over and were climbing on things due to your own admission. And no, you can't stay in my house again. You burned that bridge like forever. And I would rather get my own accommodation when I'm randomly in your city the 1 or 2 times every other year than pretend to be friends with y'all just so that I'd have a free place to stay. Like, because that's kind of the way it feels like. It kind of feels like, are you all just my friends that you continuously have a free place to stay in Barcelona? Well, now you don't. Now you don't. You've burned that bridge. So again, like, am I crazy? Am I wrong for feeling this way? Am I overdoing it? I know I'm in this loop of negativity right now, but please let me know what y'all think.